What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. It is your boy Winston P Strategist, and on this video we're going to talk about should you get your CDL and how much money can you really make with a CDL, with a twist though. Yes, I said it, with a twist. There's a big but over the screen right now that's not really there, and the but is it's going to be a series, okay? Because I really want you guys to understand trucking. I am so sick and tired of misinformation inside the trucking industry. It's not funny at this point. There's so much lies. There's so much people mishandling information and not taking the time out to properly explain to you what having a CDL really can mean for you. So I want to treat that right. I want to give it the proper attention, and I want to take time with this. So this is going to be number one of the series. We're going to start it right here, and we're going to talk about making money with a CDL in 2025. And then I'm also going to teach you how to go from having a CDL to actually starting a trucking business. This is what's going to be very, very important though. The moment you get a CDL, I'm going to start training you from that point how to start a trucking business. So by the time you start a trucking business, you're not behind. You're not just starting fresh. You already had this in the works years before, months before, or however long you choose, before you actually want to start your business. So this is going to be very, very important for you brand new CDL holders. I've been seeing a lot of people in my comment section saying that they're going to get a CDL, they're in school to get a CDL. So I realized that this topic is getting more and more popular. Who knows what the trucking industry will become in the next couple of years, but what I do see is a lot of you guys are very curious to see what we do inside of the trucking industry. Now, if you've never seen any of my videos before and this is your first time clicking on my videos, let me explain to you a little bit about what I've done, so you don't have to feel like I'm just an internet trucker or something like that. I've been in the trucking industry for over 10 years. I started off as a service writer. That is somebody who handles the invoices and speaks to the customer, and on the behalf of the shop. Okay, so I used to work for a small truck repair shop, and I dealt with a whole lot of owner operators. From that small truck repair shop, I decided I wanted to become one too. So I went out, I started my trucking business back in 2018, and ever since then, I've been running and gunning. Till this day, I'm still currently in trucking. I've sold a trucking business before. I've helped people to do the same thing. I've built everything that I got from trucking by myself. I didn't have any help along the way. I had mentors and things like that. But what I'm talking about building by myself, I had to file every single paperwork by myself, my authority, sometimes I was even out there working on my truck by myself. So I've pretty much done it all. I've pretty much been well-rounded, in this industry. I've done every single thing except like brokering or something like that. Even though I am going to eventually get my broker's license, broker's certification, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to become a broker one day, a freight broker, so I can broker freight, all right? But right now, that is not the best thing for me to do because I have my hand in some other areas right now. I just launched my brand new app called Easy Go Manager. Let me show you exactly how it works.
Now, once you get inside the app as a truck driver, you're going to be equipped with every single tool that you would ever need. Inside the academy, you're going to be able to watch a ton of different video modules that's going to teach you everything you need to know about trucking. Under the Trucker Fund, you can join the waiting list. This is going to act as a support system for truckers out there who just need fuel or any random expenses. You know how rough it can be for a truck driver, so I want to be the first to build and design a platform where I can give back. These trucking calculators are going to help you to stay in business. Click on cost per mile. This is where you can actually break down how much it costs to run your trucking business. Let's say you're deadheading about 30 miles to pick up a load. Your loaded miles is 800 and a broker decides they want to pay you $1,000 for that load. That is absolutely too low. You're only making $1.20 per mile. Click on the reminder tab. I can't count how many times I forgot to update simple things like my DOT physical. We're going to be able to set reminders so we can stay compliant. Be sure to check out the community. Right now it's growing. We have 295 members. You're also going to be able to search for trucking jobs and access to Easy Go Academy. If you're one of the first to download Easy Go Manager, make sure you register for the Trucker Fund, because those of you who are supporting this channel, I'm going to be supporting you. This app is built not just for me, but for you to have another way to make some type of passive income. Sign up to become an affiliate where every sign up that comes in, you get a portion of that. Don't wait, guys. Head over to the App Store and download Easy Go Manager now.
So if you're looking for somebody to listen to when it comes to trucking, you're going to have a lot of people that's going to tell you stuff, but the difference here is I'm going to keep it 100% real with you. I'm not going to give you no fluff. I'm not going to lie to you. And a matter of fact, everybody don't need to get a CDL in the first place. Trucking is not for everybody, okay? If you like driving and you say to yourself, well, I'm going to go get a CDL because I'm such a good driver, that is not a good reason to get a CDL, guys. I'm sorry. That's what happened to me. I was a good car driver, and I said, yo, I want to get a CDL, thinking that my driving skills are going to give me some, edge, or just give me an advanced trucking career. And it didn't. When I got in that truck, I was not the best truck driver. I was not the fastest truck driver. I was very intimidated going down mountains. I was nervous every time I got into that truck. I overthought a lot. I didn't go everywhere. And here I am saying, oh, I'm such a good driver. Trucking is going to be easy. That is so far from the truth. Let me give you 3 reasons why you should become a truck driver. 3 better reasons than the one you're probably thinking about. If you like traveling and seeing different places, getting a CDL is for you. If you want to build a business, getting a CDL is for you. It's the perfect stepping stone to owning your own business. And if you want to deal with, just getting away, leaving the matrix, and just unlocking new potential, getting a CDL is going to help you to develop your mindset and so many personal skills like nothing else can. Because anytime you're driving a truck down the road from freaking Atlanta to wherever, California, you have so much time on your hands, okay? So if you use that time wisely to read ebooks and listen to documentaries and things like that, you can really start elevating your mind. So those are some great reasons to get a CDL. But if you're thinking that you're just a good driver and you want to make a little bit more money, go do something like Uber. That's going to be way better for you. Uber drivers can make a lot of good money. You know what I mean? You can make like $2,000 a week doing Uber, for crying out loud. So if you just want to make money and you like to drive, go do that. Okay. Now, some of you guys may not want to do Uber for whatever reason. So if you fall into the category of like, hey, I want to drive, but I want to get a CDL, start really thinking about what I'm saying to you, because I don't want you to regret starting your trucking career, which is what happens to a lot of people. They get a CDL and they decide 1 to 2 years in, like, okay, this is not for me. I hate being away. I don't like driving trucks anymore. I'm depressed. This ain't what it is. This ain't what I thought it was. And I want to save you from making that bad decision right now, okay? So if you're tiptoeing and you're unsure about it or something like that, talk to me, comment down below, tell me what's going through your mind. Maybe we can even hop on a phone call. I won't charge you anything. I'll talk to you, you know what I'm saying? And I'll help you to make those decisions, because there's a lot of guys on the road and not everybody needs to be under that type of pressure, you know what I'm saying? So now let's talk about money for you guys who want a little bit of motivation and you understand how much can you make with a CDL. So I'm gonna be real with you. Some of you guys may not like the way I put this, but making money in trucking is gonna come with experience. The more money you want to earn is gonna determine how much experience you have. So let's just say, for example, within the first 3 months, okay, if they hire you and they say they're paying you 40, 50, 60 cents per mile, you're never gonna make anything, simply because within that first 3 months you're just getting paid to learn. You still have to figure out how to get from A to B, you know what I mean? And some of you guys need time to do that. It's just a mental jump from hooking up a trailer, to doing your pre-trips. It's gonna feel like a lot. It's gonna feel overwhelming when you first get in that truck, okay? So you wanna be patient with yourself, and you don't wanna make money your goal within those first 3 months. You're gonna make the money, but you gotta get there safely. You understand what I'm saying? So don't be stressed out about a $600 check, a $500 check, a $700 check. Don't throw in the towel yet and say, oh, I'm not making any money, because you got to keep in mind, don't forget, you're learning. You don't know anything about driving trucks yet. So you're going to be late on those loads. You're not going to be driving the full speed of what that truck can go. Some of y'all gonna come out here and y'all are gonna be in the slow lane. You're gonna be crawling and you're gonna be scared, right? That all of that is costing you money. That's the point I'm making. So now let's say you graduate from this first 3 months and you're into your 4, 5, 6, 7 month phase. Now you're gonna really start seeing a little bit more money. So you might be making $1,000 consistently at this point. 40, 50K a year or something like that, right? Now once you break free from that, and now you feel like you're a professional, because everybody with a year experience feel like they've been doing it for 10 years. Time just simply flies when you have a CDL. So your 1 year guys start feeling themselves like they're 2 year guys. You know what I mean? At that point, you got to be creative, because jobs are not going to jump out at you. They still want you to have 2 years. So you got to do something like hop divisions, okay? I never said quit and go to a different company. Hopping from divisions mean you're working with the same company, but you're moving from a dry van position to a reefer position. You're moving from a dry van position to a flatbed position. You're moving from a dry van position to touching food. Okay, if your company has all those divisions, everybody's going to get paid a little differently. So if you really want to make, 80, 90K or something like that, you may need to start looking at food within your first year, because that's going to be the only division that's going to pay you so much money, besides maybe some type of flatbed job out there. If it's a smaller company, they may be willing to pay you a lot more because you're doing flatbedding or things like that. So they know it's going to take a special type of guy. Some reefer jobs are going to pay you a lot more because they know, like, okay, there's more money when you're talking about certain type of commodities. So they may have the budget to pay a guy a lot more. So the strategy I would simply use that has worked for me, and this is exactly what I did, and I did this when I was working at Snyder. I actually left from dry van to going into intermodal, and within my first year, kind of like that year and a half, because time flies, so maybe year and 4 or 5 months, I'm already making at this point, roughly $1,900 a week. The biggest check I probably had was like $2,200 in 1 week. This is when intermodal was booming like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to make good money in the trucking industry when you just get your CDL, especially in 2025, you do have to be smart. You do have to be tactical, and you do have to do your homework and your research. So you need to get on something, some type of job board like Indeed. You need to be paying attention to that. You need to pay attention to Facebook, and you need to talk to people too. That's the easiest way you can find good jobs. Drivers talk. So when you drop in the load, or when you're at the truck stop, don't be walking around like you just super cool. Be desperate for opportunity, because that's how I am. I'm gonna talk to you. If I see you doing something and I'm interested in it, I ain't never seen it before. Hey, excuse me, what is that you do? How much money can you make doing that? And I'm gonna get that information. I'm gonna write that company down, and I'm gonna do this every single day. That I'm when I'm out there, and then I'm gonna be the one with all the job information. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. Sometimes opportunity comes because you're talking. You're always one conversation away from an opportunity sometime. But if you're not talking and networking and socializing, you're trying to be cool, or you're just not a people person, well, guess what? Opportunity is gonna pass you on by. So even if you're not a people person, you have to still put yourself in an uncomfortable position to get information. Okay, trust me on that. It's gonna go a long way, and then you can relax and not talk to anybody once you made it to the top. So I hope that made sense to you, how much you can make within your first year. A lot of people may not like the way I put that because they want to hear big numbers, or you're gonna make 100K and stuff like that. All those numbers are there. You can make that, but you're gonna meet a lot of people who don't make no money. You're gonna meet people who do make money. So what's going on? Why is it that everything is like so kind of like crazy when it comes to making money? That's because having a CDL, there's nothing guaranteed to you. You gotta make things happen for yourself. You gotta be in position to take advantage of things, and you do have to know your stuff out here. Like you can be in the wrong company that's not paying no money. You can be in a company that's going out of business, different things like that. A lot of drivers had a situation where their companies weren't paying them because guess what? They ripping them off. So there's an element of that. So having a CDL don't mean you get a license and automatically everything falls into your lap. You still got to have common sense, and having your CDL skills is not the reason why you're going to get paid all the time. A lot of people can drive, but you're not just going to make that money simply because you can drive. You got to put something along with it, and that is where those different divisions come into play. So guys, this is one of the mini series that I'm going to be doing. I'm probably going to do a 30 video series on how to properly build a trucking business. We're going to start off with how to get your CDL. I got mine for free, so I want to teach you how to get yours for free. That way you don't have to come into this business with debt. And even if you came into this business with debt, you owe somebody $8,000 that you went to school or whatever, I'm going to show you exactly how you can get a different company to pay that debt off, guys. So make sure you hit that bell notification so you can be notified of the next video in the series. And make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for the algorithm, because if you guys are not doing that, then you probably won't see me. I don't have an outro for you. I'm just about to cut this camera off, but that's all I got.